Have you guys seen the commercial where the husband gifts his wife a brand new car because he loves her very, very much?
One for you and one for me.
I love it.
Oh, actually, that was supposed to be for me.
I love it.
I like red.
I started thinking, in this economy, yeah, I don't think so. You're gonna have to keep driving your old junk a lot longer than you hope. And there's nothing wrong with that. We are a very big advocate for keeping old stuff on the road. And the best thing to keep things on the road, honestly, is to show it some love. Clean it once in a while. We're gonna do that by hooking up this Draft Tools vacuum and pressure washer nicely in the home garage here, because to maintain your stuff, honestly, we're in the salt belt. Wash your vehicles off once in a while, vacuum out those goldfish and the dirt and the salt out of the inside of the car, and you're gonna enjoy driving it for much, much longer. So here we go. All right, so before we begin the installation and a little review of how these things work, I want to let you know that if you head to DeBossGarage.com, you can win both of these things, the pressure washer and the vacuum, for your own garage setup. It's extremely handy to have, especially around the winter time. But let's get into the installation. Here we go. One of the first things that I bought when I got my property was a tractor, and the second thing I bought was a pressure washer way back when. You guys seen me rebuild that a couple times. It wears out after time. It's got the little Briggs & Stratton on it. Now it's got a little Honda engine on it. That's perfect for all my stuff at the shop, but it's a giant pain for when we want to do stuff around the house. This is a really nice alternative to that. It's not an industrial unit by any means, but this is actually perfect for washing the crap off your car, washing the salt out of the garage. We've got concrete out front here, and that needs a little hose off once in a while. And every time you do that, it's a giant pain to go do that with the gas pressure washer. It's noisy, you run out of gas, the pull cord snaps, all those fun things. We can avoid that by going with these electric ones. Now these you just plug into a normal outlet. 15 amp will run it. Comes with really nice mounting hardware and even a template, so you know exactly where you're gonna drill your holes. We do want it to be pretty sturdy, because I'm guessing this is about 50 pounds and the vacuum's a little bit lower. I'm gonna stick it right in this corner here. We've got the room for it. We'll move these bikes and a few things out of the way. We can go nicely outside right away. We don't need it at the front of the garage there or anything. That's just a pain. You don't want these hoses wrapped around your car and stuff like that. We're gonna be washing outside anyway. We'll do the pressure washer on the bottom, and then we'll do the vacuum on top in case that ever drips or leaks. At least it won't drip onto the vacuum. Here we go. Now, first things first is you need to find your studs. And since it's a garage, you can probably find the screws, because it's not the inside of a house. So we've got one stud here, we got one stud here. Now, the bracket is not 2 feet wide or 16 inches wide, whatever. I think the garage is 16. I think that's 16. No, that's not 16 inches wide. So what we're gonna do is grab a little piece of barn board and connect the 2 studs and then screw this to it. Keep in mind, you're gonna be pulling on this thing. So if you're gonna take time for anything, make sure you mount this thing solid. Okay, so I used these 2.5 inch legs to go right through my barn board into the stud, and then I used the I just grabbed some 1 inch ones that I had for the left side of the bracket, and then I grabbed the screws right here, and then because I kind of wanted it symmetrical on both sides, going with the barn board theme, we just got a little bit of live edge left over from our wood mill. The studs is right here and the stud is right here. Just have a little bit hanging over so it looks symmetrical. So pretty straightforward. Plug it in, give it water, turn it on, and you can start washing.
Now before you cry foul and say that you don't have any accessories, they're all in the bottom tray. You just, ta-da!
so I'm happy with the setup as it is right now. I'm really happy with the barn board in the back. Gives it that extra little bit of extra strength. And unfortunately my garage isn't heated. So I ran the water line, which is PEX. PEX is a little bit forgiving if it can expand slightly, but it will crack the fittings in that. So I ran my water line in from the inside of the house, and we can heat the garage, we just don't. And I made sure that the water line is all the way running downhill with the tap at the very bottom. So I have a tap inside the house where I would close it, and then I would just take this line off and open the valve. The entire line would run empty. And because this bracket is on a slide, it's very easy to pick this thing up and just put it inside the house. I put the PEX line, the PEX holders for my hose, so I can just clip them back in there, keep that nice and neat. And very simple. It's about 50 pounds, but so it's totally manageable by one person to just pick it up and take it out of the weather. In the summer, she's here to stay. We can unhook that, and we finally have a hose to water the gardens and that. But yeah, really nice setup. We got all the attachments just on the sidewall. And we're ready to start cleaning some vehicles. We just came back from Africa and we brought our Land Rovers home. Unfortunately, we got caught in some snow between Halifax and Ontario. So we're gonna wash all that salt off, and this is the perfect little thing to take care of that. So let's give them a good bath. So it comes with 100 feet worth of replaceable hose. Keep in mind that when you do roll it back up again, that you relieve the pressure on the wand. Otherwise it rolls up extremely stiff. Naturally it's going to be a little bit stiffer as the colder it gets in the summer. She's nice and pliable. I do like this, that it's a two-car garage and it's a little wider and longer than most, but I could basically, from one corner of the shop, vacuum out the other corner of the shop, and yeah, I'm really happy with that. There's a little tag so that the battery makes contact, and plug it in, and then it's just your on and off right on the switch. Suck up something that you're not supposed to, you just unclip it, slide it back, and everything lands nicely inside. No bags, no nothing. Your filter's right here, nice and easy to get at. So yeah, nice little setup for inside a garage. Are you gonna start your own detailing shop with this equipment? No, you're not. But it is perfect for the homeowner. It is perfect for anybody to grab the pressure washer and hose off like the quad or the gator or your car without blowing right through the seals and still doing a decent job. It's a nice little unit. It saves me having to drag the shop back all the way from the house, lug the gas pressure washer everywhere, making all that noise, the fumes. It's a handy, perfect little homeowner setup in the corner of the garage to maintain your vehicles and make them last last that much longer. So click on the link down below, get all the specs on these guys, make sure it's the right fit for you, and members on our website get a discount. We try to pass on all the savings that we get to you guys as well, not only to build your vehicles, but also to maintain them, and this is about the best way that you can take good care of your vehicles. Merry Christmas, guys, and if you haven't checked out the Africa videos where we bought these Land Rovers, toured them all the way through South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, broke down over a dozen times and fixed them with very limited tools. It's a great series, and I highly encourage you, if you have some time off in the holidays, to watch this. And yeah, thanks again. And remember, if you're not filthy, you're not rich, and you're obviously not cleaning your own vehicles because they're filthy. Here we go.